And welcome back to the Entertainology Podcast. I am your host, Gabe. It is such a pleasure that we are here once again, right? And I'm here with my co-host, Paulo D. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
And we are also joined with a very other special guest, my good friend Josh over here. How you doing, man?
Hello. I'm glad to be back.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you for inviting me again.
Uh-huh. It's been a while, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. If you guys remember Josh from the Tomorrow War podcast.
Which is another Chris Pratt.
I know, right?
Oh.
Right? Wow. That just happened to come about.
Yeah, right.
Huh?
Yeah,
Right.
It's I like Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he's good. He's good stuff. He's a good man. He's a good man for sure. But anyway, today we are talking about dinosaurs, right? We are talking about dinosaurs, Dominion, right? Very exciting. A lot of people have gone to see this movie. But yeah, Jurassic World, Dominion. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I want to know, like, your guys' like first reaction, maybe going into this movie. Like, what were you guys expecting in Jurassic World Dominion? Of course, because it's the last one, right? So of course,
really? So
I don't
they
think,
say.
right? Well,
I hope so.
yeah. It doesn't make sense though. I don't know where would they what story would they come up with next? That's my question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They try to squeeze every penny from any
Right.
old franchises.
Man, yeah.
I think this
Crazy.
was one of them too. That I think they would have stopped at the first.
Oh yeah. The first movie.
Maybe the second. I think it would have been great. But yeah, we'll get into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think? Like
Oh, was I expecting?
like
this?
going in? Like, what were your expectations? I mean,
I
I'm
wanted
sure
to
they were
see
low.
a
right?
banger, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Like because there's been like these movies coming out recently that they've been so good, and then this one, I was hoping high expectations, honestly, in this movie.
Yeah.
But
Really,
Not
yeah.
really.
I heard Chris Pratt. He was talking about like how this is kind of like the end game of the Jurassic series.
no.
And I don't know. I didn't feel.
Oh, you're saying to the level of
Yeah,
Endgame?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he
It's
was
the
like,
end game, yeah, but not to the level.
yeah, because he's like, oh, we're gonna bring back all these characters, these legacy characters, and
Like I said, I can see how, like Paulo was saying, that it was. I think the trailer did a great part in trying to get the movie excited, and the characters, the cameos of the old actors coming back, and I think it was built really well. But the movie itself, well, we'll talk more about it, but it lacked some parts.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was really not expecting it to be. I had low expectations, to be honest with you, because I also wasn't hearing really good things. I mean, when I came into this movie, I was like looking at these reviews. I'm like, oh no, these critics are trashing this poor movie,
Oh.
Yeah.
And and it wasn't that bad. I'm like, these critics can sometimes be quite harsh, on movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm almost in the middle with this one, because it's like it was not good, but it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And I don't know if it played a part, but also we came from a very, very, good, Top Gun movie that,
Oh, yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of set the bar super high
For sure.
when
Yeah.
it came to
Yeah.
like nostalgia movies. What is like 30 years
Uh-huh.
from the first Top Gun to the Maverick one.
Yeah.
And so this movie kind of set the bar super high. And so Jurassic Park was like, all right, everybody's coming in with that same, energy. And yeah, like you said, it was a good movie, but there were some parts that were kind of, lacking.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Before we get into the movie, perhaps some of us, it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks since we last saw Jurassic World Dominion. So my good friend Paulie here is going to hook us up with a little summary to maybe refresh our minds about what Jurassic World was all about. Dominion.
Say less. Alrighty. So it's
Take it away.
about 4 years after the destruction of Isla Nublar, dinosaurs now live and hunt alongside humans all over the world. This fragile balance will reshape the future and determine once and for all whether human beings are to remain the apex predators on a planet they now share with history's most fearsome creatures in a new era.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very good stuff right there.
Keyword apex predators.
Apex
Yeah.
Predator. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an apex predator.
Me too. In Apex Legends.
No.
Hey,
Don't start now.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Come on, you guys are both betas over there.
Oh my gosh. Oh jeez.
I'm the only
Oh
alpha.
my gosh. What? That's
Even
a
the
joke.
producer carries
Oh my lord. You want to say something about that?
You know, it's always good to have
Uh.
an apex, a person who kind of carries your shields and
Huh? What?
carries your shields and
Oh.
your healables. And I think, Gabe plays a good part in that.
Yeah.
You need
Oh
somebody
my
like
gosh.
You also need a decoy. You
Yeah.
got Mirage.
Oh
you got
yeah,
Gabe.
Mirage. Okay. All right.
Decoy.
There we go.
Got to sacrifice
Lord.
someone.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, there we go. That's true. All right. We'll see. Anyway, no, that does, now that you read that summary, it kind of reminds me of like, okay, so the premise here is basically dinosaurs are now living with humans.
I think, yeah, and that's one of the main parts that I have a hard time kind of believing. And I know, obviously, all these movies are realistic to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But the way they played it was kind of, I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about it right now, but, from the first movie, which we kind of find out right now that it came out in 1993, right?
Yes.
And the first movie was basically kind of telling you the whole, understanding of how dinosaurs can be so dangerous to our current lifestyle. Because we have no, hunting or gathering, skills that we lost through many, many years,
Yeah.
And now in this movie, we coexist with those type of animals that are apex predators, like we
Yeah.
talked about. And
That's true.
it's like us like living, somewhere in the jungle where you got tigers going on and, more, crazy animals and just be okay with it. It's like, and these animals are like quicker,
Yeah.
They
They're
are.
stronger, they're quicker, they're smart, obviously the velociraptor, the way they hunt.
Yeah.
And so and then they're heavier, so it's not like you can take one on. So I think the idea of us coexisting with dinosaurs is way out-fetched.
Yeah, it is. At the end of the day, it's a movie, but I don't know. I just didn't see it. I don't know. I couldn't really see it. In Jurassic World, the first one, I could see it, because they were enclosed, right? In an island.
Yeah, that made sense.
But it's a little different now because it seems like they're, I don't know, all over the world, right?
Well,
I mean, they're
seems like
trying to
there's some of them are around the world, but some of them are still in like a facility where they're kept in, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
But
I think the scenes at the end that I remember, they showed scenes from like all over the world, like safari.
Yeah.
You got
Oh, yeah.
elephants,
Oh, yeah.
coexisting with other
That's true.
dinosaurs, and then I don't remember the other scenes, but yeah, you can see that they're all over. And so
Yeah.
the fact that animals, like I think there was in one part where like that weird creature, I don't know what it was called, that was in that little habitat where the doctor was kind of showcasing it. At the end, there's a little kid kind of like, I don't know, feeding it or petting it. They were somewhere in some kind of park.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, there's no way.
Oh my gosh.
Because
That's
if
true.
we remember from the first movie, any dinosaur, no matter what it is a dangerous animal.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
So,
It's almost like, some animals nowadays, it's like eventually it might come back to bite you.
oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, like I think Dr. Grant, in the movie, he kind of explains it where he says that we suppressed all those millions of years or billions of years of instinct, and we tried to suppress those here in this world where we're like, all right, now we're gonna control you. No way, like there's like no way that can happen. No way.
For sure. I think after 5 movies in the previous, like, you would think that they would know to
Yeah.
stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to live with dinosaurs. Stop trying to create these resorts, trying to, to make dinosaurs like this museum type thing. Like, just what I would have done at the end of Jurassic World, in the first movie of the newer trilogy, I would just be like, you know what, just drop an atomic bomb on that thing and obliterate the whole island.
I think
That's it.
Yeah, and I think that was like There are I think, and one. I think it was the Kingdom. Was it the second, fifth one? I guess I would say.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That one. They had the idea that they wanted to destroy all the dinosaurs because it was already getting out of control.
Right.
Okay.
And then you have the group of of people who are like trying, like in a way, trying to save the dinosaurs. They feel like they're being mistreated, just like PETA, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where they get involved, and and that's where kind of like the decision of, okay, are we going to destroy these creatures that we have created in the laboratory, or are we just going to let them roam the world, and that's the dilemma, are we going to let them be, or are we going to destroy them? But ultimately, I guess they went with let's coexist with the animals here, or the beast.
The beast. Yes. I mean, if you think about it, those plant-eating dinosaurs, they don't really cause a lot of trouble.
No,
I mean,
but they're humongous.
They are
humongous.
humongous. They are humongous.
It was like in one of the scenes we are doing construction. The other thing, they had to
really?
stop it.
Yeah.
And then the dinosaur had to go by. I'm like, really?
So, yeah, I mean,
Oh,
do you think
no.
I was looking it up, and it was like, I think they estimate that these things weigh like 60 tons.
Oh my Lord!
Can you imagine? I mean, I don't know how much food or how much poop that goes.
Where does it all go?
That's very true.
So
Oh my gosh!
can you imagine how difficult that would be to?
the ground?
Yeah, and
Back into
so
the ground.
yeah, there's a lot of little things in there, but like I said, I do usually come in with an open mind to these kind of movies, especially with with movies that I know for sure are not going to be realistic. But I think this one, in the first one, it kind of had like a little realism to it because
Yeah.
it made sense, like you did, like you said, it was all based on a small little island, and so it was in some way secure.
Yes.
And so that made sense. Like, all right, if we get to the point where we can clone animals or do whatever, to do it in an island where we can kind of have some sort of security makes sense, because they understood how dangerous it was.
Yeah.
So it was separated from the rest of the world. And so the idea like that and the way, things transpired through the whole movie made a lot of sense. The dinosaurs took over.
Yeah.
What everybody thought was going to happen. And they didn't even open the park. It just took over right off the beginning. And so, like you said, to believe that in every single movie they can feel that they can maybe do it better. It's like, it's like the definition of, crazy. It's just doing something over and over and expecting something different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Oh man, very unfortunate. Anyway, let's. I want to get into the movie.
we're here to talk about the movie?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So in the beginning, we see that both Owen and Claire, which are now in a relationship, I guess they work their dilemmas out, right? They're living in this log cabin, right? But specifically, they're with these I don't know. I don't want to butcher the dinosaur name. They're not pterodactyl. They're not pterodactyl. It's like something close to that. Help me out here.
Baby T-Rex.
Baby T-Rex. Hey, you know what? That makes sense too. That makes sense.
I don't know
too.
what they're called. Do you know, producer?
Yeah, producer, can you find out what...
Raptors?
Raptors. There we go. There we go. Who said that?
Velociraptors.
Velociraptor. That's the one right there.
I thought you were talking about something else.
No.
It's blue, right?
It's blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
blue.
blue.
And now blue has a baby.
Yeah.
Beta.
Which
Beta.
blue is what is it, a female, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a female.
But
Yeah.
they, the same question goes, I think they were...
I think they produced by themselves. I think. Though,
yeah, because
right?
they were...
Yeah.
There was parts of the DNA that were missing, and so they put in parts of, like, reptiles,
Mhm.
like, frogs and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Okay.
And so they're able to kind of switch their,
yeah.
their...
DNA basically.
Yeah, so
Oh.
they're basically their gender.
Oh,
And
okay.
so that's how,
Okay.
they were able to kind of, change and produce and stuff like that.
Oh.
It wasn't supposed to happen because the whole point was like make them all females so we can
Right.
control what's on the park.
Oh,
Yeah.
But that kind of turned bad because they started changing, their ways. And before you know it, I think that's when in the first movie, or I don't know, it's the first one. Yeah, it was the first one where they find the little eggs of the raptors, and they're so shocked. They're like, they're reproducing. And they figured it out. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Nature finds its way. That's what they're saying.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
no matter how you try to suppress
True.
it, it always
Jeez.
finds its way.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, they're in that log cabin, and it's very secluded. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I got confused a little bit because I don't know. They're trying to take care of somebody else's daughter or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
like
that
you
little
know
girl.
that little girl.
Macy.
Macy.
I think so.
So yeah, she's
That's the
she's the clone. Remember she
Yep.
so she's the young Charlotte Lockwood. She's her version, but younger.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically, it's like the daughter of I forgot the guy's name, but they clone her. But later on, you find out in the movie what was so special about her. But yeah, they're protecting her because obviously she's like one of a kind. She
Mhm.
carries all this information in her DNA, which
Wow.
later on, is useful to, for the movies.
Yes.
Survival. But, yeah.
Wow. I guess not only are they cloning dinosaurs, but humans.
Yeah, and
Wow.
you find that out.
Yeah, you find out.
You find that out on the fifth movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Is it the fifth movie?
I think so.
That
'Cause
one
I don't
of-
remember the Jurassic World having that.
It could be that one or the fourth one. I don't remember. Those are kind of.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Fourth or fifth one.
Yeah.
Fourth or fifth one.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Sweet. Yeah, so they're living with these raptors, and I remember there was a time in this movie where there was like he gets attacked or somebody wants to steal the baby raptor for whatever reason, or no, they want to steal the daughter. Sorry,
Daughter and the raptor. Also.
daughter and the raptor. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
they're trying to. I guess those are one of the two most important things, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think is because, like I said, they were trying to get information off their DNA.
Mm-hmm.
The Velociraptor and and the little girl.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they were wanted, and that's what they were hiding, because they
Very
knew
important.
that they were looking for them. But
And so, like, and you think about it here over the course of this entire movie, it is a little bit the dinosaurs that are kind of like in the way or the problem, but the problem is these locusts, right? Someone, I don't know, genetically engineered these weird locust things, and they're like
Oh, the
slowly taking over this world or something like that. Yeah, those grasshopper things.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because
Yeah.
they were eating some of the
Everything.
The crops,
and
yes.
Everything.
some of the crops. So obviously they thought, well, at first I think it was, who was it? Claire, I believe that she, or somebody. That's when we get Ellie, from the first one.
yeah,
We
Yes.
get her coming back, and she's like trying to figure out if this is something that's natural or did somebody plan this, Because obviously it was eating certain crops and not other ones. So they were trying to control some type of like food of the world, I would say.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
we obviously on later we see who was basically,
It
or the
was
villain.
like
in this movie.
like an old scientist guy, right?
Uh-huh.
That scientist dude.
yeah. Which he makes his way almost through all the movies except I think the second and third. He's there for the fourth and fifth, and obviously the sixth. The
Oh
first
my
one. Yeah.
goodness,
Yeah.
Or
terrible! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like the same actor, the same
The
dude.
same, yeah. It's the
Oh,
same
really?
researcher, the same the
Oh,
guy
Dr.
that
Henry?
started everything. Yeah, because I
Wow.
remember when I watched the first
Wow.
one.
yeah.
I went back to watch the first one, and he was there. Like he was there from
Really?
1993. He
A
was the
young one.
original doctor. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And he's made his way all the way to the
Wow.
last one. Yeah.
Mm.
And they're relying on him.
Yeah.
Can't believe
He's
it.
the one who started everything,
Yes.
and he's the one that kind of he didn't end it anything, but he kind of restored himself.
Yeah.
I think at the end.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, so but he was the villain in this one, no?
I think he was trying to figure out, because what happened was, this lab was creating these locusts because they specifically wanted to destroy like certain crops because they wanted to take
Okay.
control of they wanted to monopolize the crop kind of market.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And so their idea was, if we genetically engineer these locusts to specifically target these crops and not ours, we're able to say that our crops are better than everybody else's. And plus, not only that, but I think it was more like you're gonna need our help because we need to destroy these locusts, and you need our crops to get you going, and blah blah whatever. And I think that was their idea, but it just got out of hand.
Yep.
It just got out of hand, yeah, to the point where like it was gonna destroy the world.
Yeah, and you know, I think some of these other scientists, they didn't really know what was going on, so that's when they call in Dr. Grant,
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
And his friends coming in to save the day to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
I forgot there was like a very specific shot that kind of unveiled Dr. Grant, you know, because of course he's this legacy character. We have never seen him in this new trilogy of Jurassic World, so I guess it's just, I don't know, it's just very, I like that, is what I'm saying. I like the return of these characters. I don't know if you guys felt the same way.
I did, and I think, I think they did a really good job.
They did something right.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, you know, after so many years, I think we're counting, it was like 29 years from the first movie.
Wow.
And I think they were still, like, they still had that natural acting. Like, the characters were, like, the same. You know, like in some movies where, you know, I've seen that they make, like, a sequel or, you know, from the first one, and they come back and they play their characters. But for some reason, it changes, you know, because, you know, some are more famous, others, like, you know, they just get older and they just change their character. But they seem like they stuck to their character very, very well. And it's like night and day. It's like they just made the movie like 2 years ago or something, you know, where they kind of stuck to it. And I think that was really, really good. I mean, they're good actors, so that's why I think you can see that.
Yeah. Especially Sam Neill.
Yeah.
It was great to see him back.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you
Yeah.
you feel the same way or no?
I feel the same. Honestly, this was the best part of bringing them, honestly, back.
Oh, yeah?
Because imagine if they didn't.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
I don't know what it would be, right? I'm like, oh, no, F.
You know, because I feel like this was, because in the trailer you could tell like it was their big idea of bringing these guys back. You know,
Right.
so it was. I would say it was my.
It was good. I wonder,
part.
what if they would have like kept a giant secret like the way they did Spider-Man? Oh. I wonder what
like
kind of reveal that would have been,
I
right?
think that would. I'm trying to think. Would people still go watch the movie? I think people would still go watch the movie, and I think that would have been a huge impact, a booster to the movie.
Yeah,
for sure.
it would have. Yes.
Yeah.
But would it change my opinion?
Huh.
Maybe just a little bit. 'Cause
Yeah,
it was a
I
little
think
surprise.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because
Maybe
it would
just
have
a
been
little
like
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure rumors would have been spilling out.
Oh,
You know,
for
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially nowadays with all these movies kind of coming back, like, 20, 30 years later, they're coming up with reboots.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
you can't get away from like someone posting it on Instagram or
Yeah.
YouTube or
That's true.
anywhere. It's just
That's
you have
true.
to watch it. You're forced to watch it.
Yep.
Like I think
Mhm.
we were watching Stranger Things, and we're like, I'm kind of like one of those where like I can watch one show a week and forget about it and then watch it again, kind of savor it, kind of watch it little by little. But honestly, you can't do that nowadays because everybody posts everything. You can't, and they'll tell you what's going on, and
They will.
and then you're kind of like out of the loop. You don't know what's going on, and all these references are being played, and so like you just gotta have to kind of like take a day off and watch them all.
Yeah. That's true. That's unfortunate, but it's
So-
very true. Yeah. It's got me thinking. Like, I wonder what kind of a impact it would be like if there was no legacy characters in this movie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, Chris Pratt.
Well,
me-
he was good, but
Yeah.
Yes.
coming off, I'm just telling you because coming off of Fallen Kingdom, I think it just took a dive down. From Jurassic World to Fallen Kingdom to,
Yeah.
and so I don't know. I don't know what.
Well, I agree. Yeah.
I agree, honestly.
Yeah?
'Cause, well, honestly, I've only watched Jurassic World and then Fallen Kingdom only once at the theater.
Oh, okay.
I've never watched them ever again.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that shows that I really don't give an interest on these new legacy they're bringing.
Yeah.
So,
Or dinosaurs.
dinosaurs, I don't know.
Yeah, I think what was really good about this movie is that usually when you have somebody come back in a cameo or something, they stay there for like 5-10 minutes, but they actually played a major role through the movie, and I think that's what kind of like helped the movie because they actually were part of the movie. You know, it's kind of like bringing them back not only to show them that, hey, we're back, we're still alive, but we can still, you know, play the same role as, you know, Dr. Grant, you know, using his skills. And you kind of see how Chris Pratt and Dr. Grant, there's one scene where they both kind of said the same thing.
Oh, yes.
And it's kind of like, you know, wait, you know, it's like, I normally say that, but it's like, I normally say that. It's kind of like, you know, deja vu for both of them, like, but they're like years apart, but they're like the same kind of like that, you know, character, which is kind of cool, you know.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they all have their, like Sam Neill is kind of like Chris Pratt in a way. And the same thing with the two ladies in this film,
Yes.
and it just keeps going on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if it works like that, you know, it's great. But yeah. One of the main scenes that I kind of enjoyed was kind of like the I don't know if they were. It looked like Italy, but I could be wrong. But it was towards the middle of the movie, and you know, you see Chris Pratt on this dirt bike.
I'm trying to remember what it was. It does.
He's riding through the city, and these dinosaurs are chasing him.
Oh, the Velociraptor. They
The
cannot catch
Velociraptor,
up to him. But yet,
I know that's kind of weird, huh? You think that these things are super fast, but
But yet
they can
Claire-
outrun the dirt bike.
but yet Claire could outrun the Velociraptor hopping on roofs.
Oh yeah, that I know. I was like, what
True.
the heck's going on here?
Yeah, so he's going like, what, 60, 70 miles an hour, but
Yes.
Claire could outrun a Velociraptor.
Oh
And-
jeez, it can't be as worse. I don't remember if it was Jurassic World or Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, but she was running from a giant T-Rex. The I forgot her name. The main lady. She was running from a giant T-Rex in high heels.
Oh, Claire. That was
I'm
Claire.
like,
That was
oh
her.
my gosh, how
Yeah.
is this? Oh,
Yeah, I know my wife kept saying, why do these girls run in high heels? I would have let go of those high heels a long time
I
ago.
know, right?
It's like,
Jeez.
yeah.
If
yeah.
you step on something sharp, oops.
It doesn't
Owie,
matter,
right?
trust me.
Exactly.
When you have a
There's
T-Rex,
T-Rex behind
yeah,
you. Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah,
god.
Last thing you care is about your toenails.
Right. Or maybe it kind of, the clacking maybe hurt the dinosaur's ears, you know, so maybe kind of stayed back a little bit.
But yeah, I don't know where it took place. Now that I'm trying to remember, I think it's somewhere maybe in Italy or somewhere. It kind of looked like that.
Yeah, it did look like that.
But yeah, but
It gave me James Bond vibes for some reason.
Of course.
Of course.
You know, and you're right. It's like
Right,
it did
right.
seem like the James Bond kind of like being chased.
Gosh. You know, the funny thing was is Chris Pratt. I heard in an interview where Chris Pratt goes and he tells the interviewer, he's like, you know, it's kind of like an espionage James Bond type of film.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I was like, oh. And when he said that, I kind of looked at it in a different way, but it still didn't change my opinion on
No.
what.
I mean, honestly, the numbers are good so far.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I mean, the movie's doing good so far, but I think the reviews, you know, are leaning more towards kind of like, you know, okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like a,
Sorry. Here, just wait. Just pause for a minute. It's
the Bermuda, the Illuminati Triangle.
yes. All right.
It's like the Harry Potter.
No. Now everyone knows the code. All right. Whoopsie. I'm gonna bleep it out.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. Just leave it on there.
No.
I mean, who's
no.
going to grab your iPad?
Oh.
Yeah, somebody's gonna come from like across the country.
Yep.
to,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
That's
see.
right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Our viewers in California, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, we're popping off down there. Shout out to all those California viewers. We love you.
Are we back?
What do you mean we're back?
Okay, we're back.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, we're back. Yes, we're back. Yes, we've been back. I'm just gonna bleep it out. No,
Okay.
we're not gonna cut anything. I'm just
Okay.
gonna bleep my numbers out. Yes, but yeah, that was a highlight of the scene. But I'm thinking about, like, I don't know. Now this I don't know if you would consider this an action movie. I would say it's more of like an adventure,
Yeah.
espionage type movie. Maybe
Action,
I mean
adventure.
there is action in here, but
I'd say it's action and adventure for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
action adventure.
Yeah, I think a little bit about. I to the point. I guess I kind of remember when I was watching the movie. A lot of stuff was going on.
There was a lot of stuff, and
You know, I think my brain was still kind of like processing like the first couple scenes, and then
it was
you know
it was long.
and I think it started off really good. You know, when they brought Dr. Grant back and Ellie and I was like, oh wow, it's great. We're gonna start off with this nice kind of like very similar Jurassic Park, when they're kind of like, Dr. Grant is working on his projects and, and he gets the helicopter dropping on him and kind of seeing what he's working on. And like kind of like the same vibes. But in this time, instead of, it's Ellie coming back and talking to him. But then you get to like all the different parts of the scene where like, you got this going on with a pilot and you got this going on with a little girl being, taken away. And so a lot of stuff ends up like happening at the same time that I think it's kind of like too much going on.
Yeah, for sure. It just felt, I don't know, there was I just remember some boring stuff in this movie. And I don't know if it was because I worked for 10 hours before I went to see this film, but I was kind of falling asleep a little bit, and I don't know if you guys felt the same.
One way that I can tell that a movie is good for me or not is that if I'm in the theater and I'm paying to be there and I see myself go through my phone in certain parts of the movie, then I know for sure it's not a great movie.
Oh.
But if I could watch the whole movie without even looking at my phone, like I did with Top Gun and many other movies, I know it's going to be a great movie. And this one, I did catch myself a few times glancing at my phone just to kind of see messages or things like that. Because it is a long movie, too. Mm-hmm. It's like 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I think the length of the movie, and like you said, there's certain parts where they're kind of, slow. So it's kind of, like I said.
Yeah, it is slow. And, I think they just made it that long just because of the fact, it's the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, Avengers Endgame was 3 hours. Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie was almost 3 hours.
Never seen that one.
But, what? Oh, no. You know what? There's the door right there. You can leave. No, I'm just
Thank you, guys.
No, I'm just kidding. No. Oh, my gosh. No, I have it. I'll borrow it to you sometime. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's his favorite, right?
Out of all of them, yes. That's my favorite.
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're a little biased when it comes to James Bond. So I'm gonna maybe watch just because Paulo said that. If he likes the first,
there we go.
This one versus the other two, then I might give it a try. Because I did watch the other two and they're okay. I like Jason Bourne a little bit better, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Jason Bourne fan.
Okay. Jason Bourne is great too. He's great too. But all right. We all have our favorites.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I like movies.
Sweet. Yeah, I love movies. That's why we're here on the Entertainology Podcast.
Yeah.
And before we continue, let's roll this ad.
Are you willing to start a podcast with your buddies?
Yes, sir.
Well, do I have the plug for you guys? Podbean, our distributor, is willing to give you the first month for free when you use the code podbean.com/ETFree1. And you'll get your own website, and in that website, you can distribute it to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many other platforms. So go and get your buddies.
And do you have a small business that you're willing to promote?
Yes, sir.
Then Podbean Advertising has the perfect hookup for you. All you need to do is go to sponsorship.podbean.com/ETFree1, and they will give you hooked up for advertising for up to $100 free credit. But let's continue. So one thing I wanted to mention again is the locust, and specifically when they go into that lab, they're trying to find out, I don't know, the DNA of these locusts or something like that.
What Ellie's trying to do?
Ellie and Grant? Yes.
Yeah, they're trying to get in there.
Yeah, they're trying to get a sample.
Okay,
So they can kind of, they want to, I think they want to test them out to see if they're the same ones that are kind of taking over the world, to kind of see there's a correlation. Because if they find out that, the ones that are in the lab, they're being created, are the same ones, and they're the ones who created the locusts that's destroying the crops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was what they were trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I'm not sure who decided to destroy them. I forgot. Was it the doctor or?
Well, I think they all decided they needed to be destroyed.
Towards the end.
Right.
But I think it was the doctor who came up to them, because even was Dr. Malcolm.
Ian, the guy with the glasses.
Yeah. Which,
Jeff Goldblum, man, he's great.
I think he's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think he was kind of like, an infiltrator in a way, because he's the one who kind of like gave him clues. He was very, was being very
Yes.
discreet. You know, he was
Mhm.
telling them like, you know, notice when he was asking for the coffee, it wasn't because he wanted to give him coffee. Dr. Grant's trying to figure out what the heck's going on over here, and then Ian is over there trying to, you know, is talking to Ellie while the noise is going, you know, so the cameras don't pick up what they're talking about.
Yep.
Yep.
So he obviously he was kind of, he knew what was going on and he wanted to help. And that's also the doctor, I think is Dr. Wong. Yeah.
didn't know he was in this movie.
BT Wong, yeah. And so it was Dr. Henry Wu. That's his
okay.
character, yeah.
Well, yeah.
There we
And
go.
so he's the one who he said that these things needed to be destroyed because they were taking over.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the reason he wanted to destroy him is the only way to figure it out was because of that girl and the dinosaur, obviously, the little blues kid.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and he needed, I think, their information
yeah,
so he can create a locust that can spread some sort of like like that one can spread the information to the rest by, you know, I don't know, I'm guessing by reproducing or something, and so he
Mhm.
can like destroy the
Yeah.
you know, the locust.
Oh.
So that's why we see that at the end when he kind of releases that one special one.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a specific scene where Ian, the one of, is he a doctor?
Yeah.
Ian. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was, I don't know, he was doing something where he got kicked out or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was giving a lecture, and then after the lecture he met with the two doctors, and then that's where he kind of like he lost his badge.
Oh.
Remember, he gave him the badge,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
where they were able to go down to the like the secure levels to get
Mhm.
extract the DNA.
Oh yeah.
Which, by the way, let's
That's
talk
true.
about the locust, how the fire never stopped.
I know,
like-
that was just,
Oh.
that was ridiculous.
That's a little intense. Like those things never died.
Mm-hmm. And how do they just fly up in the thing? There's got to be
It-
like some sort of like shut. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I
Like,
thought it was
some sort
a
of door.
fan.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
to like cut them
I
up,
thought
right?
it was a fan,
Oh.
you know, and
To
so
cut 'em
it
up.
just
Oh, yeah.
they just
Yeah.
came out and they just started burning everything off. Yeah, that
My
was kind of crazy.
goodness.
That was kind of
That's a big problem. I heard some other people say that too.
yeah,
Yeah, they definitely point that out, and it makes sense too because I'm just like,
yeah.
they should have died right away.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what. I guess I don't know. Fire is always
A
I
killer
don't know.
to everything. Yeah,
right. I mean, it
Yeah.
can. I'm sure it was super hot. You know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But maybe they should have used blue flames instead.
Blue thing.
Yeah, I think it's like the color of the fire like,
Oh.
makes the degrees. Like I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I know.
But fire is fire, man.
It is. It is.
But I know
you
what you're saying. The blue is hotter.
Yeah, the blue is
technically.
higher. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very true.
I mean, they were trying to figure out a way to, I don't know, destroy that island they were in or whatever place they were in, all the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I mean, I guess the only easiest way was to, I guess, get these locusts on fire and have them spread all over the freaking facility.
oh yeah, that's very true.
So-
Maybe, and I don't know if maybe that's what they were trying
They're
to do.
Unless we were like the moon's, I don't know, does something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they continue to fly and they continue to drop like flies.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
as they
yeah.
kept flying in a swarm, but
And
they slowly
yeah.
died off. You know.
And I think that was kind of like they went into that not lockdown, but that you know, that emergency evacuation.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
And so they needed to
Yeah.
bring all the dinosaurs back to where the facility is,
Right.
and they had to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. It's very interesting. I guess they wanted at the end of the day the dinosaurs are saved.
In a way.
In a way.
Yeah.
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 No, it's because they wanted to see the two dinosaurs fight at the end. That's why.
Oh yeah. And then it's almost like this whole movie is just like running away from dinosaurs. I feel like.
Well, I
You know?
mean, technically, I mean that's kind of like if you see a dinosaur, you run the other way.
That's
you know?
right. That is right.
But I think that how Paulo was saying that the T-Rex fight at the end, it's kind of like already a given. Like the T-Rex is gonna come back. You know, even though like in a few movies, I think even the fourth one or the fifth one where the T-Rex is fighting, it always ends up saving the day. You know, the
Yeah.
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. And
That weird claw one. What was that weird claw?
No,
one?
yeah,
what
that
is
was a
that?
weird claw one. It's like
Producer knows what dinosaur that one was with the.
he's
the
gonna
claw.
chime in real
Called
quick.
a Therizino.
Oh, a Terrazino.
Terrazino.
Oh.
It looked like a giant bird
Oh,
Bird,
yeah.
with
yeah.
big claws.
and also, just so you guys know, it was in that location is Malta.
Oh, wow.
It was in Malta, and it is in Italy.
Where they filmed it.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Valletta.
Yeah, it
Oh,
looked-
the big chase scene. The
Valletta.
big chase
Yeah,
scene.
the big chase scene.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That
it
was a
did
good
look
chase
like
scene.
Italy.
And
Yeah.
also something that I just want to say something real quick.
Absolutely.
When I was watching this movie, something that I couldn't get off my mind. Well, in the Bible, John the Baptist, it says that he used to eat locusts.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And that's something I kept thinking about, dude. And I'm like, man, those things are huge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, man,
They're not normal.
Yeah,
Those are not normal locusts.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, is that what he used to eat? Or what? Those things are huge, man.
No, locusts are like
No.
normal size.
And I
Yeah,
kept thinking
yeah.
about that because that's what it says and that's what they were saying. So I was like, oh my god, and I couldn't get that off my mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
God.
so that's something
Yeah.
I was just thinking. And also, that Giga, that since I just want to throw that out there,
Oh, yeah, okay.
it's supposedly it says that it's like more than it's more I forgot the word, like it's more powerful I guess than a T-Rex.
Uh-huh.
Like it's bigger and it's like more mean, I guess.
Yeah.
And the part where she's going up the ladders and he couldn't bite the, like he bit and
Oh, that kind of
yeah, the
cage.
metal. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm like, what? Like, man, that's like 1,000 teeth right there, man.
Well, I guess you're saying
Yeah.
the force.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think it had a better
Yeah.
force to like at least
Yeah.
crush
Right.
that whole thing
Yeah,
like easy.
yeah. So then I was like, man, dude, I don't know. That was just something that caught me
Oh,
off
also
guard.
one thing when they were making
Yeah.
when I was looking at those towers, like wouldn't you create those towers a lot taller for the T-Rex not to be in an eye level? It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm like, oh man, those things
very
are
true.
awesome. Yeah, that's a great idea. Have those stations around, but it's suddenly when that dinosaur stands up, it's literally on eye level. You're like, that is
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst design. Like,
You
couldn't you
try-
build it like maybe
when
20
they're
feet
climbing up the
taller?
ladder, right? They're climbing up that
but-
ladder.
But they get to that level where there's kind of like it's like a little lab or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. And so Chris Pratt is like, oh man, that was a close one, and the T-Rex is right in the back. Like, just,
Yeah,
they
oh
couldn't
my
build it
gosh.
just a little bit taller because you know how tall
Right, right.
dinosaurs
Yeah.
are.
Or maybe tinted windows so the T-Rex can see in. Oh, it's a
Giga.
It's a
A Giga,
Giga,
not a
not
T-Rex.
a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I mean, they have measurements of these dinosaurs. They could say, all right, they measure I don't know 50 feet, so let's make it 60 feet.
Right.
So it
Right,
can't
right.
really see what's going on. But yeah, poor design. I don't know who was the architect on that one.
I wonder how it makes you wonder how good can these dinosaurs see? They must be able to see really well.
I think thermal, isn't it? Like I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
Can you
Oh.
check on that? I'm not sure.
It is
I don't.
thermal.
I know it has to do something with noise because remember
Uh-huh.
the noise is what attracts the T-Rex.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I think there was a blind dinosaur.
And
that
also
just does that.
the light because
Yes.
we can see Ian, in which I was gonna talk about in the first movie.
Mhm.
He uses his youth to try to outrun the T-Rex, but he gets pushed out to the little kind of like restroom area where he
Mhm.
kind of hides. And this part where he grabs a locust on fire that never extinguishes, and he's trying to distract the Giga dinosaur. And
Oh,
it was kind of
yeah,
like the same
yeah.
similarities of the first
Uh-huh.
time, but this
Oh,
time he
yeah.
didn't run because I think
Oh.
age is kind of like to that point where like
He's
I'm
like,
not gonna. If
"Sorry,
I didn't do
guys."
it when I was younger, I'm not gonna
It's
do
like,
it right now.
You know what? If it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
It's like
But yeah, I think that I don't know if the Giga has a different like eyesight, but from what I know, I think it's based on noise and some sort of light because remember they get
I think
distracted
it's
by
movement.
the light.
I feel like it's
Or it could be
movement.
movement by
Yeah.
kind of like vibrations and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that.
Because that's why they say like stand still, like don't move.
I think it's vibration, so
Like,
it
you
could
know?
be kind
Yeah,
of like,
right,
like a
right.
sonar kind of thing,
Uh-huh.
or like the sonars pick up sounds, and with a vibration, you're able to visualize what's going on.
for all the dinosaurs or like just the T-Rexes
I don't know.
and Gigas.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I feel like a raptor.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I-
more
yeah.
visually.
I think Velociraptor for sure. I think it's kind of like one of those kind of like like a tiger.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah.
could see you.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
it
you.
could see you. Yeah.
That's why you gotta pull, Watch out.
Oh wait, no. How about the part where the little girl just kind of?
Oh yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like,
You
I
gotta use your
didn't-
power of stop.
You're gonna
You-
stop a velociraptor with this?
You're not Iron Man. You're not Iron Man.
The Force. Yeah, I was gonna
The
say
Force.
they have
Yeah,
the
that,
Force.
that kind of reminds me of the Force. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
there was a lot of little things. in
I'm
there.
like, oh, trying to copy Chris Pratt, are we? You know?
Yeah.
Yep. Are we gonna chime in here? Our producer's chiming in now. Oh, by the way, if you guys might be confused of why you're hearing a mysterious voice in the background, that's our producer, man. That's our producer. He's chiming in now, and that's part of his job, right?
All right. So it says I only searched the Giga's vision, and it says that it was he would guide himself mostly by smell.
Oh.
Yep.
So then, if you cover yourself with dinosaur poop,
Oh,
you know, like,
Yeah, that's the way.
There we go.
you can.
Oh. Right under the eye.
No, you got it.
Oh my gosh.
That's interesting. With
Actually,
smell.
yeah, that's true. Do you remember
Oh,
when the
yes.
girl she goes? There's a big dinosaur behind, and like she goes into the water. You remember that?
Oh,
and
yeah,
that
with the big
dinosaur,
claws.
that dinosaur was blind.
Oh, it was
He couldn't
blind.
see.
I also remember when
You
I
remember
think
that?
it was the same dinosaur, the Giga dinosaur,
Mhm. Okay.
where Chris Pratt was being chased by it, and he goes
Yeah.
under the vehicle and he tears the gas line, and he covered himself with gasoline.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that was
Remember
another
that
movie
part?
though. That was
Yeah,
this movie?
I think no, that was the fourth or the fifth.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was a four.
And he covers himself with
I
the
think it was the fourth,
gasoline,
yeah.
and now it makes sense because
Yeah.
the dinosaur kind of glances down there but doesn't smell him.
Mm-hmm.
So now, yeah, I guess that makes a little sense. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
I forgot about
Okay.
that. Yeah,
That's interesting.
but
Yeah, for
this
sure.
is weird. I would think it would be vibrations. I think it would make more
Yeah.
sense.
It has to.
Vibrations,
because they
for sure.
don't move.
Yeah, don't move.
They can still smell you. Might as well just run.
Oh yeah, I know, right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I actually liked was, towards the end, it was getting quite intense. I don't know the intensity of it, especially like when they were running. I don't know if they were trying to get through the tunnel, and then like he gets to that gate, and he's like, "Oh no, we don't know the passcode." And then Ian is trying to like, okay, what the heck?
Yeah,
how am
he's
I
trying
gonna do
to
this? You know?
go through all the possibilities.
Yeah, he's
Right.
going, he even said the number. He's like, some
Yeah.
possibilities. He's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Right.
Well, he's a mathematician, right?
Yeah.
So
he wrote a book.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would read that book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's frustrating. And then he was just, coincidence that he was looking at the
Oh, yeah.
the camera and then kind of like, oh, let's unlock this and then do
Yes.
that. Yeah.
I think
Lucky.
he thought that he had got lucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just, jeez, man. Oh man. So what about that ending then? So I mean, I think what this movie is trying to do, but I don't think it did, is that since this is the end, maybe, right? They're trying to wrap this movie up in a bow.
Yeah.
Like they want to completely close it out. They want to close all the holes, and I don't think they did, but
Yeah, I think
no.
they try to end the movie with a very happy, satisfaction, kind of like, way of having dinosaurs in the world and having best of both worlds, which is dinosaurs and still living,
Oh right, yeah.
And I think it kind of like didn't go well with a lot of people either. Like it just makes no sense. It's like, how can you have like dinosaurs roaming around the world and
Right.
you living just the same, like nothing happened, Yeah. Can you imagine like not even like being able to go to like a hike anymore because not only you might get attacked by a bobcat, but as a velociraptor that's
Oh, my
roaming,
gosh. No, just use the force.
Yeah, just use the force. Or,
Oh, the
Yeah.
locust. I think the locust died though, right? All of them died.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
they did.
technically should have, by
It
the
took
end of
them.
the-
It took them a few hours to die, but
Yeah.
yeah. Some of
But-
them were built stronger. I guess I don't know. They must have been lifting weights or something to.
Nah, they're just been eating more crops.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And
What a fatty.
and what was that sperm whale that was right next to the big dinosaur in the ocean? Have you seen that scene? You know, because they kind of show a little bit of scenes
in
of the everything,
ocean,
like
in the water.
They show like an aerial scene with birds next to
Yes.
you know, and the land creatures and the water
Water.
creatures.
Water.
It's like, can you imagine?
No.
Going
no.
fishing and suddenly you're in, you know, you're like, why it's so dark in here?
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
bring back the line. It's
Yeah.
all gone. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
What's going on
No,
here?
you're gonna go into the oceans. What's gonna
Oh,
happen?
yeah.
He's gonna pull you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you like.
No, I think it would be horrible. I think it would be horrible.
Jeez, yeah, that does not
Yeah.
sound good.
Yeah. Yeah. These are crazy. You know, crazy creatures. So.
Go ahead, Mr. Producer. What do you
Now,
got to say?
now I have a question for you guys. Do you
Go
guys
ahead.
think that there's a possibility of a big creature living in the sea?
Oh, like now? Like
Yeah,
in real
like
life?
Yeah.
Now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like
right now?
something like
Yeah.
I think it was when the movie was over. There was like a big old, I don't know what it was. I guess like dinosaur. I don't know. Like
yeah,
a
the one
big-
where it showed a big
Yeah,
dinosaur and the
it-
big
Oh,
wave,
yeah. Mhm.
and like it was a wave.
I
and then
think
some
I don't know. They were
surfers.
just swimming together with another.
With a sperm whale, like
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
the
you're
one?
talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
huge
And
animal.
And the sperm
Oh.
whales are humongous.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Giant.
Yeah. Well, that one that was next. You think something like that still exists?
It could. I mean,
I mean,
Because the ocean hasn't even been explored. Everything. So.
was it like
Yeah.
5% or something?
Oh yeah.
That's what
For
they
sure.
say.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
5%.
I mean, it's so. Not only
Dang.
is it so, it covers the world. You know, it's a large portion that covers the world, but it's just so deep.
Yeah.
So, you know, and so I think there could be something down there that could be maybe that large that could just be,
No.
you know, living and does not even know it.
I mean, we all heard of the Loch Ness monster, right?
Yeah.
Frog boy.
Frog boy.
What the heck is that?
What is that?
I don't know. He's making jokes. Oh my gosh. Oh
Yeah,
my
but I do
gosh.
think that in the realm of possibilities, we don't know. So yeah, absolutely, I think there could be something out
Yeah.
there.
hmm One thing I forgot to mention is on their way to this facility type thing, they took this giant plane, okay, and all of a sudden this giant plane is going down, right? I'm not sure what had happened if someone threw a missile or hit birds or something. Oh, was it birds?
big
Yeah, because they
bird.
took like
Yeah.
some sort of like air system where it doesn't allow any like dinosaurs or anything to fly,
Oh yeah.
and they took it
Mm.
off. And when they took it
Oh,
off,
yeah,
that
yeah,
big
yeah.
giant what is it called?
true.
Well, he'll look it
Big
up.
bird.
Yeah, that big giant. You know, my son knows the name, but I'm not really good.
Oh,
with
the
dinosaurs.
dinosaur?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
dinosaur.
What, is it a pterodactyl?
It could be a pterodactyl.
Oh no,
yeah.
it's not.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was gonna say saber-tooth tiger. I was gonna start saying the Power Rangers.
Oh no! Go Power Rangers.
Yeah, but anyways, that's what they try to turn on that system. Remember, they turned
Yes.
off the power, turned it back on to get that system going, so they can leave.
That
the,
reminded
the
me
place.
of the original Jurassic Park when all the power went off, and then they had to run and go turn the power on.
that. Yeah, that was
you remember
another
that?
point. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was actually very funny because I was remembering the first
Uh-huh.
part of the movie where Allie, she
Yeah.
makes that run with the Australian hunter. I think I don't remember his name, and they're trying to run away from the Velociraptor, and so she has that dramatic fear in her face trying to get to that gate, you know. And so I think that same thing kind of happened at that point where like they're trying to there's a lot of similarities between that one and the other
Mhm.
one that they tried to kind of put together. I don't know, they purposely did it, but it kind of looked that way. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of similarities, man, from the first movies. They're trying to bring it back, create nostalgia.
Oh yeah,
That's what they were.
Yeah, sometimes it hit, but sometimes it not really.
you
know?
got that information.
Oh yes. Go ahead, Mr. Producer.
Okay. So the bird that took down that plane is called a pterodon.
Oh
PT.
wow, that was way off.
Pterodon.
Well,
Now,
somewhat.
you know all these dinosaurs because you play Ark, right?
Yes, sir.
No, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, I was gonna say something about actually
Yeah.
that PT, the pterodon. It's actually like a whatever dinosaur.
Just like a normal
like on the
bird
game, on
For
Ark.
our reality.
Yeah. Now, when I saw that thing, I thought it was more like because in the game, it's called. There's another bird. It's called Quetzal, and that thing is humongous in the game.
Yeah.
And I thought it was that because that thing looked huge in the
Well, probably.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought. Right now that I searched it up, I never thought it was gonna be a pterodon. But yeah, that's. Yep, I'm a dinosaur master.
There we go. Nice. Are you level 1,000?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a predator.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
I'm a dinosaur
All right.
predator.
All right. That's enough.
I'm a dinosaur hunter.
Oh.
I'm an apex.
Oh man. Okay. Well, so I mean, I feel like there are definitely some superhero-y moments in this film for sure. It's like, and I've heard other people think like, oh, it's like Fast and Furious and dinosaurs. Did you kind of get that vibe a little bit?
Fast and Furious and dinosaurs.
It's like if they were to combine, you know.
Oh.
I heard people saying that. I'm not
Right.
saying I agree with it.
I guess you're trying to say is that they kind of stretch it out, where they're kind of
Yeah.
like superheroes in a way that you never see them that they're gonna die.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Okay.
And the Fast and Furious
Yeah.
is like you get to the point where like, you know, they're getting shot, but nobody gets shot.
Oh
you know?
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I guess
A bunch of stormtroopers
Yeah.
is what they are. Yeah.
It's because it's for family.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
but at
my
least
gosh.
what was that guy on a Segway who got eaten by a T-Rex?
Oh.
Oh yeah, when those fools,
What in the-
when people got eaten out of nowhere,
What-
because you know.
Don't you hear or could see a T-Rex that's not supposed to be there? And what is that guy doing in a Segway?
He's trying to
He's trying to outrun it with a Segway. When he's on a bike,
Yeah.
you know, Chris Pratt is being chased by the Velociraptor, and so he's like, and there's one scene where he's going to like this little plaza, and so there's a guy with a Segway, and he just gets gulped by the T-Rex.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, there was quite a bit of dinosaur eating. I don't know if you
Yeah.
noticed. A lot of guys didn't make it, man.
No.
It reminded me a lot of the first film.
How about that? Those scenes where Claire is outrunning a Velociraptor. What did you guys think about that?
No.
Nope. That is not possible.
No.
How fast does a Velociraptor go? I'd say it'd go
I mean,
like.
we couldn't even use Chris Pratt as a preference. He was on a bike.
Uh-huh.
He was maybe going 60, 70 miles an hour, and the
Yeah.
Velociraptor was just trailing behind him.
Right.
And then now we see the other scene where she's running, not only just running straight, but she's going through like rooftops, jumping, and she is basically outrunning this Velociraptor.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
What?
40 miles
40?
an hour. Yeah, yeah.
40
so
miles.
I mean,
wow. Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
Dang.
she can run 40 miles an hour.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's
I thought
faster
it
than
was-
it's faster than what's his name? What's the guy from Top Gun?
Maverick,
Not
No.
Maverick,
the plane, or what?
the actor.
The actor.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
When he does all his stunts, he
Yeah,
just
at
runs.
his age, you know, he's still
Yeah, you're
running
right,
the same
yeah.
speed. It's like,
Oh yeah, it's going crazy.
yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. Well, 40 miles an hour.
That's a lot.
I mean, they're on two legs. I
maybe
guess.
it was the terrain. Maybe at that time, maybe he couldn't really go that fast.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
I'm not making excuses for the movie, but maybe that's what they're trying to go for.
They run 25 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh. They run 25 miles per hour, but they can go up to 40 miles per hour. My bad.
Yeah. And,
Oh, okay.
and remember, these are all estimates. I mean,
Right,
these
right.
are
Estimates,
what
yeah.
people think. I
Right.
think these things could run a lot faster
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't know who was alive a billion years ago, but you know.
I mean, I
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
Oh.
are you Thor?
We'll leave that one for another podcast.
Yes. There we go.
But I do want to say something that has to do nothing with the movies, and I want to say that the theater that I was in was packed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
for
a
sure.
lot of people there. Like all the seats were almost taken from where I was. I think there was like a couple seats that were not. But I've never seen a theater like in the last few weeks, like, you know, when I saw Spider-Man,
Mhm.
Top Gun, like the theater's so packed. And I don't know. I've been reading out there that people believe that theaters are dead, or
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's
No,
a
no, no.
obsolete industry that people are just not going into
Right.
streaming. And from what I witnessed, it's like it's
There you
not
go.
dead. It's
No,
not
no,
dead
no,
at
no.
all. It's like
Oh, yeah.
it was actually very exciting
Yeah.
to kind of see people,
It is.
without the fear.
Mm-hmm. It always kind of puts a smile on my face to
Yeah.
see people are still in love with movies
Yeah.
just as much as me. So it's just great to see that for sure.
Yeah.
But you go 2 weeks later, it's probably not gonna be like that.
Yeah.
We got lucky because it's opening weekend, so of course there's gonna be a lot of people. So,
Yeah.
but
True.
that's still great though. Before, I mean, there was probably not a lot, but after the what happened, we all know what happened.
That's what you
right?
expect.
Right.
Weekends, that's what you expect.
Mm-hmm.
During the
It's
week,
true.
that's where you get the $5 movies.
Yeah,
True.
That's
there
what,
you go. See?
But
On a Tuesday.
I even
Yes.
before
a little too much information there, buddy.
But on the weekends, it's like that's what you
I'm
expect.
just kidding.
But people who say that theaters are dead,
Yeah.
it makes no sense
No.
because I mean it's
They're not.
and the numbers
No.
that are pulling, they're bringing so much.
Right.
And I think there was I think it was like Top Gun was one is one of the ones that is grossing more than in the first few weeks than anything else. And
Yeah.
I think it wasn't showed in China because of some Taiwan patch, because China doesn't want to, they don't see as Taiwan as its own, little, country. But
Yeah.
we know that, that they're very controlling over the Hollywood kind of like, market. And so that wasn't shown in China.
Oh.
And so it was still pulling big numbers.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I got one final question, and then we can rate this thing. But I'm very curious. Do you think this movie? I think the intention was they wanted to finish it off. They wanted to complete the series. Did they wrap it up? My question is did they wrap it up? Do you think that people are going to be satisfied? Maybe because maybe we're not satisfied, but you think maybe other people who enjoyed this movie, you think they'll be satisfied?
Other people would be. I feel like yes. I mean, if you're a little kid, I feel like you would.
Okay.
Like the producer over
Or
there.
if you're an ARC player,
But,
you might be
yeah.
satisfied. Right?
Yeah, all the dinosaurs you're seeing. Like I cloned that one. I tamed that one.
Oh my gosh! Get a camera on him. Get a camera on him.
Get, start writing them. But wait, that's true. None of them rode a dinosaur, have they?
No.
No. I don't
Oh,
think so.
that one
Wow.
where Chris Pratt almost took down a dinosaur with his bare hands.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
talk about that scene.
Well, they ain't a horse.
Wrangle down.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, that
No
like
way.
almost like 2-ton dinosaur, and he was able to take him down with his bare
Gosh.
American hands.
Yeah. Oh my lord. Jeez.
But
But
no,
yeah, what? Yeah,
I wasn't. Well, for me, I wasn't satisfied. Like I didn't even know it
Me
was
neither.
an end. They were trying to end it until you
Yeah.
told me when we were done with the movie. Like this was supposed to be like the done.
Oh yeah, it's supposed
I
to
was
be
like,
the
really?
end. Yep.
I left like they were, gonna do another basic thing, of trying to survive with
Right.
dinosaurs again.
Right.
You
I think so because they're all living. I mean, they didn't
Because
really.
right now they're like basically like roaming the world still. Like
That's very
we're
true.
still living with them.
That's very
That's how
true.
it ended, right? Yeah. So I mean,
At least Blue got Beta back.
I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
guess I
nice.
mean for the movie franchise, I think that was their ending. That was their mind of saying, we got to the point where like dinosaurs are now, living with us, and so we're not killing them, and I don't know, fantasy wise, they're not killing us. So we kind of like left it that way. We're like, you know what, this is the best ending that we could ever have, where
Right.
they can coexist. Because can you imagine a movie where they pile up all the dinosaurs and they inject them with some sort of antidote or some kind of something where they end up killing all the dinosaurs, because that makes more sense.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
You know, that would be a very dark ending, but that would be more realistic.
That's true.
You know, or something that happens where, you know, you kind of have to
Right.
end them.
Then you might shed a tear then.
Yeah.
Right? It might be an emotional impact, right?
But it would make more sense to the reality of, you know, our living, you know. But the way where they kind of just, or in a way, you know, I don't know. It's just, it just seemed like they try to hit everyone in the audience.
Right.
You know, they try to make sure that they pleased everyone in the audience.
Yeah.
And I don't think it
Yeah.
kind of works that way.
No.
You got to go either one way for the spectrum, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, I just realized like
Yeah.
death. There was nobody that died
No,
important,
I don't
right?
think so. I mean, just like
Unless
the villain.
But
yeah.
that's obviously, you know, that's
What a terrible way to go too. Like the ink. I'm surprised it showed
yeah.
it. I'm surprised it showed. I'm like, the ink splats on him, and then all of a
Oh,
sudden,
wait. Did we talk about where Chris Pratt chokes the dinosaur?
no. Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Wait,
there was
the dinosaur?
there was the
Dang.
part with that ink dinosaur.
Oh,
which
Oh,
what is
the
that
ink-
called?
the ink dinosaur.
clear.
The one
And
that kind of
so-
goes like has those
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
whole
You know, we all know what's gonna happen.
those jump scares,
He
man.
opens up and he starts kind of going crazy, and then you get these American hands just coming around the neck and squeeze the crap out of this dinosaur. I
my
mean, that was
gosh.
another like, oh my
Oh,
god. I mean, like I said, I'm a Chris Pratt. I like him.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I love
Good.
his movies, and he's awesome. But yeah, there was just some parts in there where like, oh, it made no sense. Like,
Oh, my
please, if you
gosh.
would have left that out, you know, the same way he kind of like takes down a dinosaur, or he chokes the dinosaur, or you have the dinosaurs kind of coexist at the end. Maybe, you know, it would be some kind of closure. But for me, it was kind of not a realistic one for, you know, where I guess.
Right.
No, I think it was. I think it was. It wasn't a terrible ending, but I just didn't like it. I don't think it closed the way it should have, because when we're talking about, we're not just talking about ending the trilogy of like the new Jurassic Worlds movies, but you're talking about an entire series. You're closing off, and you know, I don't think they accomplished that. I was kind of disappointed. You know, when you want a movie to succeed and then you just kind of leave disappointed, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
but
It's kind of like, you know, like, I mean, I'm going to bring another movie, like the Harry Potter movies. You know, you have these 8 movies, and it closes in the perfect way. You do have people that are good that end up dying, which is a very realistic thing.
Right.
And so you still kind of have that balance where, like, yeah, there are some people that I want them to live, but they die because there's got to be some sort of, like, sacrifice through the movie.
Mhm.
And so I left that kind of closure. I'm like, at least they made their, you know, they accomplished the objective, but at the same way, it made it realistic where, like, not everyone ends up, like, skating away from not dying, you know?
Right.
And so this one's kind of like, well, it's more of a, you know, family movie, so everybody's gonna
yeah,
live. And,
yeah.
Oh,
you know,
That's true.
dinosaurs are gonna be
Yeah.
like your best friends. And,
It is a
you know.
family movie, PG-13.
PG-13.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Imagine a rated R dinosaur movie. Ooh.
Ooh.
That would,
That
I
would-
would
that would
see.
be good, right
That
there.
would be good.
Oh yeah, that would be good right there. That'd be good.
Yeah,
Yep, yep.
that would be fun.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, you know what? That about wraps it up. I think. I mean, is there anything else to add? Or
No, I
No?
think,
No.
yeah, I hit all my points there.
let's get to these ratings. You know what we do at the end of every podcast? We rate the film.
All
right.
And
Yes,
so I just kind of want to just, you know, give you a little, just kind of see what other people think. So IMDb rates it a 6.6 out of 10, which is below the threshold. 7 out of 10 is their cutoff. And so this movie is below it, which is not good.
Mhm.
Rotten Tomatoes over here, the critics rate it 38%, which is really bad.
Right.
Very bad. But the audience is 78%. So it's a little better, but it ain't a masterpiece according to the audience. So just so you know. Just so you know where we're coming from.
Yeah.
And just so if you're new here, we rate it on an F to A+. And so we think C is an average movie. So anything above C is, of course, better. Anything below it, not so good. Since you're our guest, would you like to go first? What would you rate this movie? Jurassic World Dominion.
I guess if we're going by grading scale here.
Uh-huh. Back to school.
Yeah, back to school. Yeah. I guess I would have to say maybe like a C plus.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
trust me, when I had a test and I see a C plus, I was happy with it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's true.
Maybe in the eyes of the teachers wasn't that great, but I was satisfied with a C plus. And like I said, I'm not saying I'm satisfied with the movie, but I think a C plus is kind of like one of those where like the movie was good, but I think it wasn't great like what we expected. Like it's ending Jurassic Park
Right,
after 29
exactly.
years.
It
You know,
is,
we
yeah.
saw the first movie. You know, when we got older enough to watch it. Was it 1993 when it came out?
Yep.
It was 1993.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
you guys were when you guys were born. Like I think you were
99.
like 99. So you guys were like little kids. You know, I was just getting there to watch the movie. I mean, it was like 4 or 5 when I got to the point to
Yeah.
watch
Wow.
it. But
Okay.
yeah, to end a huge franchise like you said.
Yeah.
C plus. I would just give the C plus because, you know, the like old cast came back,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
and then you have Chris Pratt, who is a great actor, and you know,
Yep.
and I think that kind of like, you know, made the movie a C plus.
Yeah. Okay.
But other than that, it also would have been like a E.
Okay. Or what?
A E.
A E. What in the world? Oh, you're throwing me off.
Well,
there a
you know
little
what?
bit.
We have A, B, C, D, and we skip E and we go to F.
Yeah, that's right.
What happened to E?
No E. No E.
No E?
Sorry. D minus is maybe what you're referring to.
But you know actually why they don't have E on the scale?
Why is that?
I found that out.
Oh.
Because they used to write E on the papers,
Mhm.
and parents would get confused, and they would think it would be for excellent.
Oh.
So they
wow.
skipped E and then went to F because F for failure.
Wow.
So that's a little
Okay.
kind of fact. So
That's
you
cool.
guys know.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Well, why don't you go next? Tell the people
Alrighty,
what's
say
going on.
less. I will agree. C plus.
Wow.
was for me also.
Wow. Okay.
You know, it's not that. It honestly, what I liked about this was bringing the old cast a lot. Was because of the first one. Because the first one for me was my favorite,
Yeah.
and the rest, honestly,
Yeah, the first one was really good.
we've done it before, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
We have
Yeah.
with Ryan.
with Ryan. Yep.
So make sure you go watch that, guys. Jurassic
Mhm.
Park. Actually, you can only hear it right now, actually. But now that we're in video, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one thing that we didn't touch on, that the first one was Steven Spielberg. He's the one who directed that movie,
Oh.
Yes.
and
Who
that I
directed
think
this
that
one?
changes a lot.
Oh yes.
Because
It
his
does.
way of movies, you can see his trajectory in movie styles.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Mhm.
his movie, the way he kind of projected, you know, Jurassic Park through the movies was just exactly what, you know, as me as the audience, I personally like. So I
Yeah.
think this one was very, very different. And so I
Right.
think, yeah, Steven Spielberg for sure is one of my favorite directors that kind of like, you know, makes a lot of movies that I still, you know, watch. But, you know, I don't know, maybe that was a big difference, a director, the way he
Yeah.
you know.
That's true. You see here, for me, you see, Jurassic Park was great. It was a great start to the trilogy of the original Jurassic Park movies. It was amazing. Jurassic World was a great start to a new generation of dinosaur lovers. It was an amazing movie. Those two combined should have been this movie,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like I really enjoyed Jurassic
Yeah.
Park, and I really enjoyed Jurassic World, but all the other movies are just like, you know, I'm not really.
Yeah.
They're not terrible movies, but they're just like, eh.
Yeah, it just doesn't hit that
Really
point.
They should have
bad.
done like
Yeah.
a Top Gun, you know?
Yeah,
the first one?
Yeah.
Waited a couple, like
Waited
30
30
years.
years.
30
Right,
years,
yeah.
Do this one,
That's true.
and then, you know.
Wait another 30 years.
Yeah, there we go.
CGI all the characters.
Oh
you know,
my
all the
Lord.
actors.
Oh no,
True.
like they did with Princess Leia, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
like
true.
Paul Walker.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that's true. That's pretty good. Well, for me, you know, I can't believe, you know, this is probably the second time in podcast history where all three people gave it the same grade, but I'm gonna give it a C plus too.
Wow. Unanimous.
It's a C plus here because you know what, I couldn't agree more. You know, it's like it's not bad, but it's not good. You know, but I would lean a little more towards the good side because you know those legacy characters.
Yeah,
It was
the
great
cast.
to see.
Yeah.
It was great to see. Yeah, I would watch it again.
Yeah, man.
When it comes
maybe,
out on Blu-ray.
Maybe
Yeah,
in 5 more years, I might forget it.
When I watch
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah. There we go. There you go. See, yeah, it's just unfortunately, it's just one of those movies that are forgettable. It's a forgettable movie.
It is. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just to compare, like Top Gun, I remember everything.
Yeah.
First time coming out because it
Well, how
was
many times did you watch that movie?
twice.
Okay, so you got one up on that. So.
Well, the first time coming out of it. I remember everything because it was an unforgettable movie.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping this movie.
It's very simple too. Like it's
Yeah.
one story going linear, like
Right.
And then this one has
Yeah.
like 4 different stories that are gonna,
Yeah.
they're gonna, converge at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got 4 things going on.
It's very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps
Oh,
it up.
it's
Oh,
producer.
is there? Oh, the producer wants to say something
Yeah.
here. Please enlighten us. Please.
No, I want to give it a grade as well.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so I think it all depends on like the people. Like for example, Fast and the Furious. People will enjoy those movies because they like cars. For example,
Yeah.
So I mean.
The first ones.
So in these ones, like in this, I think if a person loves dinosaurs, they're gonna give it an A+ and it's a masterpiece. So to me, it's a
Yeah.
me masterpiece.
What?
Let him. It's his opinion.
No,
He has
I'm just
opinion.
kidding.
Yeah,
You're
another
fired. You're fired.
I'm
There's a
just
door right
kidding.
there. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro,
We have another Gabe over here when it comes to James Bond.
I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I'm just
No.
kidding. It's not a masterpiece. I give it a B-.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
B-. I was gonna say C+.
You
but
should have said
I
C+.
like-
It would have been.
No, because to me I do like
Can you
dinosaurs.
just edit that part out and just leave the C pluses here?
I do
Yeah.
like dinosaurs, so
Okay.
I give it a little better than a C+.
Oh, okay.
Because I enjoy them, especially because I play Ark.
Okay.
If you guys play Ark, if you guys get out of your comfort zone and play other games,
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Wow.
Yeah, I just need to find time.
and play other video games like like Ark Survival.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody play that
Uh-huh.
because we need more players in there. No, I'm just kidding. You guys will enjoy it more, especially if you can ride them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a B
and then you
right?
can make them roar and
Oh,
and,
wow.
and yeah, it's cool. It's a cool game.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wonderful. All right. Well, that about wraps it up here. Thank you so much for joining us, Josh. Can't wait to have you again.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always kind of fun to come back and talk about movies. I enjoy them.
For sure. For sure.
So thank you guys for having me
Yep.
here
Yep.
again.
Yep. Oh yeah. This one definitely. It definitely. I think it was. It's. I'm not saying nothing towards the other podcast episode, but this one definitely felt wonderful.
It was fun.
It was a very
definitely
fun time. We
yeah.
had a
Yeah.
great time here tonight.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, if you're hearing us too, that's wonderful. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. I'm lost for words. But we thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below. What did you think about this movie? How about that? Subscribe, all that good stuff, right? And before we get on out of here, how about a good little dinosaur joke?
Oh gosh. No, I'm out.
Wait.
out.
Oh
I'm out.
no, wait.
The infamous
Wait.
dad
Wait.
jokes.
Why
huh?
don't dinosaurs talk?
Because
they
is it
roar.
because they roar?
No.
I'm out.
Because they're dead.
Oh.
Oh my god, they're dead.
All right. We're done. Okay. All right.
Cut.
How about a little peace out on one? Are we
This
ready?
won't make it. This won't make it. To
Yes, it will. All right. A little peace out on one. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Peace out.